Welcome to the French Made Easy podcast, where I give you all the basics you need to speak French clearly and confidently. I'm your host, Mathilde, and I'm a French teacher, mompreneur, and bread and cheese lover. Join me as I dive into all things French for beginners and deliver to you bite-sized, easy-to-follow lessons every Tuesday. Let's get started. On commence. Hey guys, salut à tous. Welcome back to the French Made Easy podcast. This is episode number 42, numéro 42. Today is part 2 of our lesson on possessive adjectives. So if you haven't listened to part 1 yet, well, you need to pause this episode and go listen to episode number 41 first. Otherwise, that probably won't make much sense to you. So today, you'll learn how to say our, your in the plural, and their in French. All right, so as usual, go and download your lessons cheat sheet so you can follow along, and it's free. After the lesson, head over to the French Made Easy library where you can download your lessons exercises, and it's also free. Great, so if you're ready, then let's get started. On commence. If you have the cheat sheet in front of you, you can see that today we're focusing on the bottom part of the chart. As I said before, our, your, and their. So we're starting with our. There are 2 ways to say our in French, notre and nos. So let's see which one to use. If the noun is masculine singular, you're going to use notre. Example, notre livre, our book, notre livre. If the noun is feminine singular, you also use notre. Notre voiture, our car, notre voiture. If the noun is plural, whether it's feminine or masculine, it does not matter, you use nos. And don't pronounce the S, it's silent. For example, nos parents, our parents, nos parents. Super, so now let's move on to your. There are 2 ways to say your in French, votre and vos. As you can see, it follows the same pattern as the previous one. If the noun is masculine singular, you use votre. For example, votre livre, your book. If the noun is feminine singular, you also use votre. For example, votre voiture, your car, votre voiture. If the noun is plural, whether again it's feminine or masculine, it doesn't matter, you use vos. And same, don't pronounce the S at the end. For example, vos parents, your parents, vos parents. Très bien. Now, let's see the last one, their. There are 2 ways to say their in French. Leur and leur. So yes, you heard that right. They do sound exactly the same, but one has a silent S and the other doesn't. So if the noun is masculine singular, you use leur. For example, leur livre, their book, leur livre. If the noun is feminine singular, you also use leur. Leur voiture, their car. Leur voiture. But if the noun is plural, you use leur with a silent S at the end. Par exemple, leurs parents, their parents. Leurs parents. So that's it. So let me do a brief recap. There are 2 ways to say our in French. Notre and nos. 2 ways to say your in French, votre and vos. And 2 ways to say their in French, leur and leur. One with a silent S, the other without. So how did you go? Hopefully that all makes sense to you. And if not, please make sure you go back to that first lesson, episode 41, and keep practicing. And talking about practicing, I'm doing little quizzes on Instagram stories every week now. So if you don't follow me yet, then click the link on the episode notes at Matilkin on Instagram. So that's the end of today's lesson. Make sure you head over to the French Made Easy library to download your exercises. And if you've enjoyed this lesson, I'd really appreciate a quick rating and review on Apple Podcast. Thank you so much for your time. I'll talk to you next week. Merci beaucoup et à bientôt. Hey, it's me again. Before you go, I just wanted to let you know that if you are struggling with French pronunciation, I am excited to announce my new and free beginner's audio guide. It's called 5-Step Roadmap to Effortless French Pronunciation. It's really designed to simplify your French pronunciation journey and to make it less overwhelming for you. So if you are a beginner starting or restarting to learn French and you want to improve your French pronunciation, then this audio guide is perfect for you. And obviously, you'll also get a transcript with the audio guide so you can follow along while you listen. So click the link inside your podcast notes to access your audio guide. It is free. À bientôt. Bye.